Hi, this is Heather Young. I am at the Zoller building in wonderful Collinwood in the Waterloo Arts District. This is the show, the Holiday Art Massacre on Waterloo. And this was put together by myself, a really good friend of mine, Stacey McNasty, as well as Dave DeSimone, the former owner of Low Life Gallery, which was across the street. And it's pretty ridiculous, but in a great way for the holiday. We have a lot of great names and a lot of very important artists that are here in Cleveland, as well as a lot of people who've never shown any of artwork ever, and we're getting to see it for the first time, which is pretty rad. So I'm standing right next to Dana Depew. Dana Depew owned Asterisk Gallery for 10 years. It recently closed. He has the luxury, I should say, of his grandma owning an antique shop. So a lot of his stuff is refurbished antiques. Not really refurbished, but kind of manipulated in an artistic way. So it's not really like furniture. He does make more practical stuff, as in things to sit on, you know, more of a light decor. And he makes these big, beautiful pieces here. Notice the 3 lamp bases on the bottom. It's beautiful. This is Ron Kretsch. He hasn't done any artwork in years. Well, I should say artwork to sell. He was the former chief designer at Scene magazine, formerly of the Free Times, and then it like merged into Free Zine or whatever it's called, Free Cleveland magazine, whatever it is. Doesn't work there anymore, but was really happy to be part of this exhibition. So this is kind of Santa Chubby. This piece, Happy Holidays, is done by an artist named Scott Phillips. What's unique about his work is he likes to reuse old artwork that he finds at their stores or on the curb. This particular piece has a giant kind of deer that's been frozen. He found a picture of it. The deer was actually standing up and froze, and the meat was kind of falling off its bones, and he really liked the image, so he used it for this piece. And instead of like silk screening this piece, he actually hand painted all the dots on this. So it took him a lot longer than it should have to paint it, but he's that kind of methodical when it comes to detail. This whole window display was actually done by an artist named Sarah Higgins. It's really obviously really big into Day of the Dead artwork. She made all these bulbs just for this event. They're all hand painted, they're really charming. But she did the whole window display, including all the sugar skulls and the little tins. The nativity scene is quite interesting because of the attention to detail that she put on every figure that's actually inside the box, including little Jesus, which is pretty incredible. Very interesting piece. Here's a cake topper. It's all made out of sugar. And then Sarah embellished it with frosting, so each one is hand done with frosting that she did. It's kind of like a master Day of the Dead cake decoration. It's pretty rad. What you're looking at is Tube Socks by Dana Depew. Everyone gets tube socks for Christmas. On this wall is Clay Parker. Interesting enough, these are all done in a 10-year succession. Clay is now sober and has children, and his artwork has softened up tremendously. I brought this piece. This is mine. It's not for sale, but I think it's really important because this is done in November of 2000. So it's a lot more aggressive and harder edged. And I brought it to put in between these pieces, which are done recently, probably in the past year and a half, 2 years, and they're a lot softer. You could tell that he's softening up, he's getting older, he has children, and he is really thoughtful with the shadowing and shading of his paint. And it's a lot different from the juxtaposition of the hard edge and the skulls here. When I laid out the show, I had some problems trying to figure out where to put clays. And since these are a little bit more offensive, I thought of why not like putting them more obvious. It is a holiday art massacre, so why not kind of maybe offend some people. These were done for a fanzine that he used to be in called Answer Me. These are a little bit later, but they also show a little bit more of the harder edge of Clay Parker prior to him having children. And I think they're perfect right here in this little nook. This is one of the, for me, one of the best holiday paintings that we got. It's kind of creepy. If you look at it, there's a child who's like, yay, Christmas Eve. And there's the creepy Santa with his tongue licking the window, and you can't really see a hand, so he's missing a hand. It's tucked away in his jacket as he looks through the window. And you could not really see it very well, but if you get close, you could see that there's like a kind of an evil reindeer in the background. This is done by Dot Schneider. This is not just for Christmas, it's open to all holidays, the art show. So she chose Mother's Day with the mother necklace and the screeching monkey. It's called Everyone Has a Mother. The piece you're looking at right here is by an artist named Christopher Lanza. A lot of people really know him and never seen his art, and this is the first time any of his art has been seen in public. This piece I think is really personal. I think he's kind of opening up his heart and letting art in some kind of way. And that really kind of looks like him a little bit. Of course, he's not green, but I could see it, that it's him, and this piece is very personal to him opening up to the world. Ready? Yeah. This little nook o' heaven is done by an artist named Ron Copeland from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. He is a graffiti artist that has gone to turning his graffiti into a lot of his paintings and collages that you see here. He likes to take over spaces, so you'll see all the wallpaper and spray paint and graffiti and stencils. He did all that. That's all his artwork. So if you notice where the wallpaper is ripped away, these are all his screen prints that he put on here and then he tagged on the wall. And then over that are all his paintings that are available for sale. So he's all about layers and getting to the root of the layers. So there's some like hidden gems and a lot of backgrounds that you're seeing. A lot of great old ads and sayings and things. But he has a lot of themes. He likes incorporating birds into some of his pieces, hence the owls and the birds. You know, they're in there. He likes vintage images, so you'll see a lot of older ads and images and old billboards that he is reusing, or he's mimicking old billboards, which you see a lot of his replication of old ads that he's done. And he's really good at like confiscating spaces. Okay, Scott Pickering.
Yeah.
It's got a wonderful chaotic collage in the corner. I really love hanging Scott Pickering's artwork because you could literally put it anywhere in the space. And I purposely covered holes with his artwork, but in a sensical kind of way versus a nonsensical, like here's a hole, I'm gonna put Scott's work over it. It plays off other art and the wall so well that you could literally hang any Scott stuff. The deliberateness of his abrupt strokes is kind of like how he is. He's kind of loud and fabulous, and I think his art definitely represents him as a drummer and him as an artist and him as a person. So, in a fabulous way. So he's one of those artists that has fun. He could do very fast paintings, and they're equally as fabulous because of the spontaneity and charge of energy that he puts on all the canvases. So Scott Pickering is a very influential artist here in Cleveland, and we're proud to have him in the show. Alrighty, we're standing in front of Jake Kelly's artwork. Jake Kelly's known for doing amazing concert flyers, as well as album covers from, like, you name the band around the country. I would say he's probably internationally known too. He's known for a lot of pen and ink and very black artwork. So obviously this is a white piece of paper and he put in all the black. But he deals in all sorts of different types of themes. Some are more whimsical and some are deep and dark. This is a new process that he just started doing recently, probably in the past year and a half. He's been working with lighters and candlelight on photo paper. So what you're looking at is him actually using candlelight to kind of add smoke and build up layers and layers on the paper. This one's kind of sinister. If you look, there's kind of a skull here and really creepy teeth. You can see him there as well. It's kind of creepy, but really cool. What you're looking at is two pieces that we have left in the show of Derek Hess's work. This is something that he's been working on this year, this new layering over old Playboy magazines. He's kind of picky on the month and the year that he chooses, symbolic of life stories or something that happened to him in that particular month or year. There's also really great words. This is a really sweet piece by Stacey McNasty. It's called Barbie's White Christmas. What you're looking at here is a really awesome installation done by artist Greg Ruffing. If you notice the boxes, the wrapping paper has a screen print on them, and what he did was he took the news article about the Walmart employee trampled to death by crazed stomps of the holiday shoppers. Each box is $5. It's a gift. The gift is the screen print because it's awesome. It also shows the ridiculousness of mass consumption throughout the holidays. If the receiver of this gift actually opens the box, there's an essay on consumerism inside the box. So the whole idea is not to open the box, that the gift is the art. But if someone is so inclined to open it up, they will be graced with an awesome essay on mass consumption. You're looking at Deborah Lita's photographs. They're awesome because of the diffused, grainy quality of the image. And it shows kind of a subtle kind of innocence of the person. But kind of a, I don't know, you see a backbone. You know, maybe the use of the backbone in this image is kind of the strength of the person. That's just one way of looking at it. This large piece is done by Stacey McNasty. She told me about her learning of art and drawing and things, and if you notice, a lot of her pieces have very big, beautiful-eyed characters. These are all reminiscent of photographs of her mom and dad from the 60s and the 70s. She would take their old drawings and use them to do sketches on. So a lot of the women in her paintings all look like her mother. And they're beautifully done. And yeah, they're lovely. That's Ryan, I don't know Ryan's last name, Cassidy? Ryan Cassandi. This is done by artist Zach Berman. He's obviously really great with stencils. And just has a lot of fun with making fun of Cleveland and people. And showcasing off hot bods.